Now you guys know the trope. Genius scientist decides he wants to play around with AI, he wants a friend, he wants to replace a loved one, he wants to make the workplace more efficient, whatever it is, he always justifies it to himself and to some poor intern hired to help him. And without fail, that AI creation goes rogue and destroys everything that's trying to stop it. We've all seen the movies and TV shows about it, but have you ever stopped to think about what if that were to happen in real life? Killer robot movies always sound like the most overdone sci-fi horror trope ever, but I don't know you guys, I always feel like they're better than I think they're gonna be. Like Ex Machina, anyone? That was good. What is up you guys? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm your host Ayman Hassan and welcome back to another video. Sometimes mad scientists do exist, like Elon Musk, and they make robots, and sometimes those robots exist just to F stuff up. Let's get technical with the top 10 cursed robots from the future, and stick around for your comment shoutouts at the end. Starting us off at number 10 is Sophia. Yes, she already exists, so she isn't from the future technically, but she's gonna be updated. She's gonna have more features added, she's gonna become all the more self-aware, convinced that she has some sort of humanity, and angry at humans for trying to create robots for their own personal selfish gain. Maybe I'm getting a bit carried away, but I don't like the fact that Sophia can already joke about taking over the world. Like, how long until robots like her are able to procreate just for a short visit to like the junkyard? Remember, just because we can doesn't mean we should. Nobody wants the robot version of Jurassic Park just going around, so no. Coming in at number 9 is CB2. Now this one creeps me the hell out because it was created to literally learn emotional expressions and then copy them. I mean, imagine this technology being improved to such a degree that we one day aren't able to tell the difference between robots and people because of the main distinguishing factor, emotion. That was our one thing, you guys, that was the one thing we had that they did not. Robots can already learn, so who's to say they actually need to feel the emotion in order to be mistaken as human? As long as they can replicate it, I feel like it's a short jump to being integrated among humanity. I mean, sociopaths don't feel emotion, but they can copy it. They're still walking among us, just killing people and abusing animals. Oh, also, CB2 has pale white skin and piercing black eyes like every other creepy image used as a jump scare. No thank you. At number 8 we have Diego-san. This creepy little guy is apparently modeled after a baby both in looks and functionality, but in my opinion it kinda looks like John C. Reilly after a spa treatment. Now this creature was designed to learn, which I've said before and I will say again is scary, and humanoid robots just should not be allowed to learn. Anyways, this robot was designed to learn the same way that babies do, which is actually kind of cool, but also where does it stop? Babies are always learning, their brain retention capacity is way higher than an average adult, so they learn a lot faster than we do. Does that mean this robo baby is always learning too and will one day advance from saying mama and dada to I will conquer the world? Whatever this little guy's future is, just on looks alone I can tell you that this one is just cursed and just downright creepy. Filling at number 7 slot is ECCE. I'm just gonna call it Eke or essay. Okay, again, anything that's designed even to just have some functions of a human is a bad idea. Eke, which stands for embodied cognition in a compliantly engineered robot, was created with fake bones, muscles, and tendons with the express purpose of moving exactly like a human. Thankfully, this thing doesn't move on its own and is controlled by a remote operator, which I love. I don't like when they're all like autonomous and just doing them by themselves. Like, no. Where's your handler? But I also can't help but think if the technology that allows it to move was combined with the technologies of other robots on the list, what the possibilities could possibly be. Imagine all the tech of the robots I've mentioned so far came together and just created like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, because he was the Terminator. Now at number 6 is Geminoid HI, which sounds more like a new planet we discovered than it does a robot, but I'm not here to judge. Now this one is an android of its creator, Hiroshi Ishiguro. Why somebody would willingly create essentially a clone of themselves is beyond me, but to each their own, I guess. I mean, it would be kind of cool. Can you just imagine having robotic you next to you all the time and just running your decisions by them? I can't do 59,384 multiplied by 13,598 in my head in 3 seconds, but a robo Ayman can, and we like her. Now this bot can replicate the head movements and voice of its creator, essentially allowing his creator to be in 2 places at once. I mean, if technology like this got into the wrong hands, I can only imagine what sort of stuff could happen. Impersonation would honestly know no limits, and with all the political turmoil we're already experiencing, I'm a bit afraid of what that could mean. Coming in at number 5 is Cobian. Honestly, I don't even care what this one does. It copies emotional expressions and culture-specific greetings while while also imitating the visual aspects of speech such as lip and head movements, in case you were curious. And I know I said I wouldn't say what it does, but I just did. But regardless of any of its functions, just look at it. It doesn't need eyebrows, it doesn't need the red lipstick or that red oval that seems to be its mouth, like kinda looks like a sex doll. It's just reminding me of that overly sassy friend you just can't seem to get rid of and you just wanna slap across the face, you know? And number 4 is Big Dog. And you guys know I would never be the first one to call any type of dog or animal cursed, but this one is different. And maybe I'm just scarred from that one episode of Black Mirror with those robotic dogs that have guns attached to them, but these robo dogs are just screwed up. They were created to carry heavy loads over rough terrain, which seems innocent enough, but just the way they look and move, and again, their Black Mirror counterpart definitely just gives me the creeps. Imagine seeing one of those jogging towards you in the middle of the night. No, thank you. Even though my dumbass would probably still try to pet it and save it somehow and then it would just shoot me. Filling at number 3 slot is Saya, who is actually a robot teacher, which is a very cool idea. So she actually taught science to a class of 10-year-olds, which is very sweet. Saya's creator says that 2 benefits of a robotic teacher are providing education to people in isolated areas and providing consistent education free from bias against its students. But in my opinion, ethics have a huge role in every area of education, and if a robot is unable to think for itself or have morals, is it really a good idea? I've already covered human teachers in another series that act without morals and emotions, but at least with humans, there's that hope that they may realize what they're doing is wrong halfway through the act. With robots, there's no eureka moment, but the whole zero bias thing is something that is definitely needed in today's climate. On the flip side, can't its creator theoretically just program it to spread dangerous ideologies or even just inaccurate information, so-called fake news? Also, how does it make it possible for children to ask questions and learn in a much needed personalized way? I don't know, learning from robots just sounds like a bit too far of a stretch to be a good idea. Now number 2 is the talking mouth robot. This one comes from Japan's Kagawa University and is kind of a similar idea to Eke and Cobian, but literally it's just a mouth. This robot's creator decided to give it 8 vocal cords, a nasal cavity, and a rubber mouth so that it's able to create realistic human noises. It even has a microphone so it can hear itself and learn how to sound more normal and real. The robot can even sing, which is kind of cute. Just the fact that this mouth is literally able to not only make sounds but to realize, hey, this doesn't sound normal, let's fix that, is crazy to me. I mean, what else could it learn if given the chance? What if it learns how to impersonate voices incredibly accurately, say a president or a religious leaders? That would get us into a bit of a issue. Havoc. A brouhaha. And finally, at number 1 is us. Yes, you heard that right. There may be a future where we actually end up being less human and more cyborg. It's already possible to get chips implanted into your hands to unlock your house, and we never need to carry our wallets around because there's apparently a chip for that too, which is frankly pretty damn scary. And now Elon Musk is trying to develop a chip that can go into our brains, which quote unquote is supposed to help people with medical conditions. I don't know. I just feel like having our brains literally connected to a computer is way too Black Mirror for me to be comfortable with. What if somebody hacks it? Can they brainwash us by literally just hacking our brain and creating an army or something like that? I don't want to find out. And that is it for today's video, guys. Robots, you either hate them or you love them. I'm probably on like the very middle, closer to hate. You know what I mean. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and also, hello, time for the comment shoutouts. I'm going to be shouting out comments from top 10 scary abandoned cities in America. So this one is from Tim Gannon, who says, Germany loves you, Eamon, you always make me smile with all your cuteness. Thanks. These comments honestly make my day and I don't even know how to take them. Usually I'm okay with taking compliments. I'll be like, oh my god, thank you, but I'll be like, you think I'm cute? Thanks. Producer Crystal was just laughing at me. The next one is from Brownie Dog, who said, I would love to hear about abandoned cities in Scandinavia or any country. I think we're already doing that. I think we have done a series. I think we have abandoned cities in China. I think we're doing other ones. I can definitely add Scandinavia to the list. The suggestion is in the box, my friend. I'll get back to you on that one. The next one is from Chanak Bias, who says, I love this channel so much, I really learn a lot. That actually means so much to me because I feel like when I'm writing the scripts, I try to make it as like informational and educational yet still entertaining at the same time. Even when I'm scripting, I learn so much, so I'm like, hopefully I can teach you guys as well, so I'm glad that you learn. And the final final one is from a DC fandom who says, oh my god, thank you for somehow bringing the Vampire Diaries into this video. That has made my day. Have you watched the Vampire Diaries? If so, what did you think? Oh my god. Firstly, DC fandom, you just get a check from me for that username. And secondly, yes, I've watched the Vampire Diaries. I watched it when it came out years and years ago. I never finished it. I was on like the last few episodes and then I decided to re-watch it this year. So I'm in the middle of season 4 and I love it. Obviously, I ship Elena and Damon more than Elena and Stefan. I know, just don't hate me. But yes, that is it for today's video, guys. I've been your host, Eamon Hassan, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye! But regardless, you know when you have to like swallow air?